back to another video, back out on the bike again today with Ethan. We're currently just over 1 hour into a 5-hour ride. We're going to do 160 kilometers today, or if you're working in old money, 100 miles. I can see you. How are we feeling today, Ethan?
Yeah, fine.
Fine?
Yeah, good.
Apart from nearly crashing. I should also probably take this opportunity to say that my power meter has started working again. Maybe I was just having an off day, but yeah, it's working again as normal today. But anyway, we're out today to do 100 miles, be about 5 to 5.5 hours of riding, all in zone 2, just an endurance ride. So we're keeping ourselves entertained on this 100-mile ride by sprinting for village signs back there. What is the score currently, Ethan?
9-3 to me.
So it's 9-3. It was 4-2. I think I got one, but as a photo finished, we're still waiting for the steward's inquiry on that one. Oh, there's no. What? No, there's not. Anyway, yeah. So when you're sprinting for a small village sign, it's worth 1 point. Ethan just cleared up the halfway point, which was a town called Thrapston. There's 5 points on offer there. Now, between me and you, I'm banking on everything at the end of the ride. When we come back into Ethan's village, there is 10 points on offer. So as long as I sort of save my legs but stay within 10 points of Ethan, I reckon I'm going to seal it up. Ethan's back there. He just attacked off the front there when I pulled the camera out to get to the next village. But he went the wrong way. Lucky mate, I've got the route. You just wasted all that energy going the wrong way. You cracked.
No, I got the post out there, so it's 10.
That's the wrong way though?
Nah, it still counts.
That was an illegal signpost.
Nah, counts.
Allez, 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 allez. Tour de force. Some lunch in where are we at? Gratham Water in North Bedfordshire, I think. We've done 3.5 hours. We stopped for some lunch. The best bit about it was they did beans on toast. I mean, it wasn't brown bread, they were Branston beans. There was no cheese, but it's alright. It was beans on toast, you know.
Cafe legs.
On a freshness rating of 1 to 10 being completely fresh, how are we feeling?
It was about 9 for the cafe. And now the cafe's made it about 4.
Yeah, I'm about a 2. Just finishing up with the ride, we came home with 99 miles on the clock, so we're just doing the obligatory ride around the block to stick it up to 100. I think that was my first 100-mile training ride since, I don't even know, probably since Girona. I mean, I did a century ride last weekend, but there was a 60-mile race in the middle of it, so that didn't really count. It was kind of like a cheated century ride.
He's got longer than that.
He's been sat on suffering, not speaking for the final hour of today's ride, and decides he just wants to sprint home. Classic. Ended up with 100 miles bang on today, just over 5 hours, at an average speed of 19.2, a normalised power of 225 watts, and a new max power personal best of 1,429, which is pretty cool. I've not hit numbers like that since I started BMX, but me and Ethan picked up and shared a pack of Haribo Jelly Babies, not sponsored. These are a great snack for the end of a ride to keep you going. I mentioned today that we were doing a competition where we were sprinting for village signs, county signs. We were just having a little bit of a game, trying to make that 5-hour ride fun, trying to keep it interesting and trying to keep it entertaining, which we were doing until about halfway through. The tension on my rear derailleur became super loose. Now I am 99% sure the reason for this is because the rear derailleur cable is about to break. What happens is, over time, wear and tear causes each of the individual cables that make up your gear cable, each of those individual cables start to snap. Therefore, the cable as a whole might only be made up of half the individual cables, and therefore it's only half the strength. So when you change a gear, that cable then starts to stretch. As this goes on, eventually your gear cable snaps. So today, for example, I was having to shift twice to go up 1 gear. I was trying not to shift gears as much as possible and just keep it in 1 or 2 sort of set gears on the rear derailleur, because it started doing this when I was still 2.5 hours away from home, and I didn't want to be 2.5 hours away from home stuck in the 11 on the back because my cable snaps. So at some point tonight or tomorrow I'm gonna have to change that cable. A question I often get asked in the vlog is, what do you take after a session? What food, what recovery, what aids do you take after a training session to help your recovery? At the minute, for the past 5 or 6 months probably, I've been using this My Protein chocolate whey recovery powder. I choose this purely because of the taste. As we all know, a lot of strawberry, a lot of chocolate and banana recovery powders are supposed to taste like their respective milkshake, but they don't, and then they just taste pure awful. But this My Protein one, in my opinion, sort of tastes the most like a milkshake. It's also not too sweet. You mix it with water and it goes down real easy, particularly after a hard training session. Now, as soon as I get in from a session, anything more than a 1 hour recovery ride, I'll get one of these down me straight away within, 10 to 15 minutes of getting home. Before I even get my shower, I will take one of these. As an endurance sport athlete, you deplete your glycogen stores and therefore need to replenish yourself with carbohydrates as well as protein. This one in particular per serving has 30 grams of carbohydrates and 24 grams of protein. But aside from my recovery drink, probably within 1 to 2 hours after coming back from a training session, I will get a proper meal down me, whether that be my lunch or my dinner. Another key ingredient for recovery is also to rehydrate yourself when you're out training, whether that be on the turbo trainer, inside or out on the road. You're constantly sweating, you're constantly depleting your fluids, so it is super important to drink plenty of water when you get back from that training session. And that is pretty much it. That is my post-training recovery schedule. Also try and take it easy for at least a couple of hours after training, do minimal exercise, minimal sort of activity. But yeah, in a nutshell, that is pretty much my schedule. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a thumbs up on this video, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow.